Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, Robin Aircraft goes into liquidation. L3Harris Tech sells off commercial aviation biz for $800 million. Aero Systems announces redux of Avian Pegasus Gyroplane. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Robin Aircraft goes into liquidation. Light plane manufacturer Robin Aircraft has been pushed into liquidation by way of French court order after the judges overseeing the firm's troubled state declined the bids offered for the classic company. CEO Casimir Pelissier said, quote, "The Dijon Commercial Court has just ordered the liquidation of Robin Aircraft and declined for insufficiency or incompatibility the three proposed takeover bids." End quote. Owners and operators of Robin Aircraft and CAP10 planes won't find themselves left out in the cold thanks to an arrangement with CEAPR, a local enterprise that has provided parts and support for the company's work for years already. Pelissier said the firm is, quote, "standing fast, serving all the proud owners of Robin and CAP aircraft." CEAPR will take on board everyone from Robin who can and will continue to cherish, take care, and promote the unique know-how amassed over so many years by so many talented craftsmen, end quote. Despite the condition of Robin today, it isn't entirely down for the count. Pelissier added, quote, "And when tomorrow the community of DR400 and CAP10 enthusiasts requests it and market conditions allow it, we will be ready," end quote. And coming up after the break, Hartzell Engine Tech acquires Kelly Aero.
Skyleader Aircraft offers a lineup of the most powerful, durable, and efficient light sport aircraft in the industry. From trainers to roomy cockpits for long hauls, Skyleader has an aircraft for you. And the best part? They're in your budget. Skyleader's base prices are set low to give you room to customize your aircraft to your needs, desires, and wallet, allowing you to put your money where it matters to you most. Visit flyskyleader.com today to learn about our aircraft, customization options, and chat with the team.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Hartzell Engine Tech acquires Kelly Aero. Hartzell Engine Tech has acquired the assets of Kelly Aero LLC and will rebrand the firm's assets into Power Up Ignition Systems in early 2024. Kelly Aero is a manufacturer devoted to aftermarket aircraft magnetos, replacement parts, and ignition harnesses for GA applications, and their integration into the Hartzell fold will see them join the likes of Janitrol Aero, Fuelcraft, Plane Power, SkyTech, and Aeroforce turbocharger systems. The new Power Up Ignition Systems production line will add about 40 employees to the family there. UN agrees 5% aviation emissions drop by 2030. A wide arrangement of countries assembled under the United Nations banner to agree on emissions reductions for the global aviation industry, initially targeting a drop of up to 8%, but ultimately coming down to a 5% cut by 2030. The goal came following 5 days of talks involving industry stakeholders and ICAO personnel, wrangling the numbers to a point they felt was achievable while sending a, quote, clear and positive signal, end quote, to investors and operators worldwide. Invest in alternative fuels and use them. Thales and Standard Aero announce 4-axis STC for Airbus H125. Thales and Standard Aero have announced their receipt of an STC for the stable light autopilot when installed on Airbus H125 helicopters. A joint statement reads, quote, This system significantly reduces pilot workload, improves mission capability, and can help reduce risk in critical flight phases, end quote. The stable light system stems from Thales' compact autopilot system, itself originating from an autopilot suite used in certified transport category aircraft. The resulting package is a lightweight, easy-to-install system to bring older H-125s up to speed. Surf Air Mobility to electrify entire Cessna Caravan fleet. Surf Air Mobility will embark on a campaign to convert its Cessna 208 Caravan fleet to all-electric power, working with Brazilian company Azul. The carrier says they can take, quote, a meaningful step toward their goal of net zero carbon emissions by 2045, end quote. They believe they can achieve certification of a proprietary electrified powertrain sometime in 2026, working with Azul to propagate emissions-free tech across the regional airline industry, or in their terms, the regional air mobility market. Azul operates 27 Caravans throughout Brazil, serving 80 discrete destinations. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. L3Harris Tech sells off commercial aviation biz for $800 million. L3Harris Technologies announced an agreement to sell off its Commercial Aviation Solutions arm for $800 million to TJC L.P. The acquisition will be made with a $700 million cash purchase price and $100 million earnout based on the achievement of financial performance goals stretching out through 2024. The deal should close in the first half of 2024, subject to regulatory approvals and the usual bureaucracy. The firm employs about 1,450 people, offering pilot training, flight data analytics, avionics, and advanced air mobility products and services, among other capabilities. Chair and CEO of L3Harris, Christopher E. Kubasik, said, quote, today's announcement is consistent with our multi-year strategy to optimize our national security technology-focused portfolio. Aligned with our capital allocation priorities, we plan to use the proceeds from this transaction to repay debt, which will accelerate our timeline to reach our debt leverage objective, end quote. TJC L.P., originally the Jordan Company, is a private equity firm with holdings across a plethora of industries like IT, logistics, healthcare, tech, and diversified industrials. And after these messages, Aero Systems announces redux of Avian Pegasus Gyroplane.
Backcountry flying to us is our playground. For us, it's how we access the things we like to do. It's just our lifestyle. We exclusively use the Hartzell Voyager prop, and it's proved to be just a great combination for what we do. What it's doing, it's helping us all have better performing airplanes. Man, it feels a lot better clearing trees by 50 feet versus 20 feet. I don't ever see myself not flying.
Welcome back. Aero Systems announces redux of Avian Pegasus Gyroplane. Aero Systems announced the return of the Avian Pegasus Gyroplane. Avian stemmed from employees of Avro Canada, designing their gyroplanes in Canada and ultimately producing 3 prototype pre-production aircraft to work through the certification process. Ultimately, the firm died out in the early 70s, with its assets put up for sale. One remaining prototype, along with the design's rights and type certification, found their way into Aero Systems' hands in 2023. Their rendition, the Pegasus, will sport the same jump takeoff and zero-roll landing capability as the original design. ARC says that test flights will begin shortly, after the sole remaining vintage Pegasus is restored to an airworthy state. Once it is, it will, quote, serve as a technology demonstrator for ARC's 9-seat Lynx P9 compound gyroplane currently under development, end quote. The Lynx will incorporate the same jump takeoff tech of the Pegasus, while opting for a hybrid propulsion system in place of the original's Lycoming piston engine. Another development campaign will, quote, explore the potential of the Pegasus as a retro solution to the modern problem of air taxis and urban air mobility, end quote. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching!